Hello everybody, my name is Dragon. Welcome back my channel Health Fitness 1047. Here is the episode new. Follow me.
Squid Game fans joke, someone is getting fired after spotting major blunder at key moment in Season 2 finale. In the final scene of Squid Game Season 2, fans quickly discovered a blatant mistake that made many people laugh and joke that someone will get fired for this. The mistake is said to have appeared right at the climax, when all eyes were on the end of the game of life and death, making the mistake even more ridiculous and impossible to ignore. Comments on social networks immediately spread, making this scene a hot topic, although it did not affect the main content. The carelessness in a carefully invested masterpiece like Squid Game made viewers question the quality of post-production censorship. 1. About the blunder in the film. The information did not specify what the specific error was, but from the strong reaction of the fan community, it can be inferred that this was an easily recognizable error. For example, a crew member entered the frame. Modern props appeared in a similar context reaction. Characters repeat actions or have incorrect time-space logic, showing remaining post-production techniques such as green screens, cables, or unfinished effects. With huge investments and global influence, Squid Game cannot avoid the pressure of perfection. Therefore, even a small error becomes a deadly point in the eyes of sharp audiences. 2. Audience reaction. The saying, "someone is getting fired," is not only a joke but also reflects the extremely high standards that the audience sets for the series. In the age of social media, even a small error can be exaggerated through thousands of shares, memes, TikTok videos. Crowd psychology makes the incident spread and directly affects the image of the production team. 3. Impact on the Squid Game brand. Technical errors do not necessarily reduce artistic quality, but with a series that once caused a global stir, every detail is scrutinized. Squid Game is famous for its ingenuity in building a survival game that combines social psychology, so a basic mistake is considered hard to accept. However, there is also a group of audiences who reacted gently, considering this a human error in a product overloaded with pressure. In the current digital media context, mistakes are no longer rare. And these mistakes can also help increase recognition. 1. The story behind fake perfection. In the modern entertainment industry, especially with international blockbusters like Squid Game, pressure comes from all sides: tight deadlines, huge budgets, and too high expectations from audiences and investors. Mistakes, in a way, reflect the dark side of the industry, where people are forced to achieve perfect performance in an inhumane cycle. If someone really got fired because of this mistake, it would be a sad story rather than funny, because it shows how we, both the audience and the media, are being too harsh and insensitive to those working behind the scenes. 2. The harshness of modern audiences. Today, audiences are no longer simply passive viewers. They are mass sensors, able to pause, rewind, and analyze each frame like experts. The internet turns every mistake into a collective joke. This creates a fierce monitoring environment that any director is wary of. Squid Game Season 2 has become a typical example of a new entertainment consumption trend. Audiences not only want to enjoy, but also want to hunt for mistakes to share, to stand out, to go viral. 3. Are mistakes always negative? Not necessarily. In this case, it is the mistakes that help Squid Game Season 2 become the center of discussion, even though the ending may not be as perfect as expected. Some people even consider this a part of the game, helping to retain the dark humor that characterizes the show. If handled well, that little mistake could become a cultural icon, like the Starbucks coffee cup in Game of Thrones or the truck in Braveheart. The story of the big mistake in the ending of Squid Game Season 2 is a prime example of the fragility between expectations and reality in the modern entertainment industry. Whatever the mistake, it reflects the struggle between original art and fake perfection. And who knows, maybe that moment of carelessness will be remembered forever, like a true Squid Game psychological game.